Alright, so this is going to be a complete overview of the GoHighLevel Longform sales page template. It is a 3-page sales page template that pretty much includes the main sales page. Uh, it also includes the checkout page and then a confirmation page, right? Great. Now, this particular video is primarily going to be focused on helping you understand how to use your template, right? Now, an important feature of this template is that it is easy to update the colors to match your brand, but there are two different ways that you do it. Now, we're going to start with just showing you that this is the website in the editor, and this, let's refresh it, is what it looks like in the full preview, right? Well, like the live version. Now, what you're going to see is that we'll use this as an example. There will be certain things that are going to show up on the actual site that you will not be able to see in the editor. And that's just because some of these elements are associated with code and because they are attached to custom values, so they only render in the live version or in the preview or whatever the case is, but not in the editor. So it is going to be important to have your site pulled up alongside you making those edits. Just for example, stuff like this is here, but you're not able to see it because this blue element does not render in the editor, right? So that would be right here. And you just have to proceed to update it. You see it says introducing. But typically this is not something that you'd have to touch, right? Great. Now, as far as updating the colors on your sales page, there are two different ways that you do that. Now, some elements are updated directly here in the editor, and that's specifically primarily going to be things like headlines. Now, the way that you want to update this is when you go here, you're clicking, you scroll down. No, actually, we're just going to select it. But when you select that color, you see it has these custom colors here. You do not want to choose a different color or add a color. You want to edit this color. If you edit this specific color, this color is attached to other elements within the website and it will update everything simultaneously. Now, it's not going to update all the elements. I'm going to show you the other way that you have to update the remaining elements, just because there are some elements that are attached to code. So here, for the sake of the demonstration, we're going to go with like nice little purple color because I like pinkish purple colors, right? And we're going to copy this hex because we're going to need that later. Great. So as you can see, it updated this. Then I'm going to scroll down and show you that it updated some additional elements as well, right? So all elements that are attached to that custom color were updated here. So we're going to save that. And I'm going to show you what it looks like in the preview after making that update. I'm just going to refresh this. Nope, it's not done saving. Now let's refresh it. Here we go. Now you see that there are certain elements, all the elements that are attached to that custom color have updated, but you see we still have other items that are not in that color. Now, some of those particular items are attached to code elements, and so that you don't have to touch that because it gets complicated, we have here a color picker, right? Now, this is a system that is attached to a workflow that will automatically update the colors for you, right? Now, I told you we went ahead and got that hex code from the site from before. Now you can either use the color picker and find a color if you don't already have a color, but if you have a color that you already use for your brand, you can just paste it there and it's going to provide you with this RGB code. This is what you're going to need to use to update the color, right? Now the color that we're currently working with is the primary accent color here, right? Great. And so what we want to do is we want to go to this form, and mind you, any area that you keep blank will not change, right? It will only update if you put something there. So we only want to change the primary accent color. We've typed in our new hex. We're going to copy the RGB code for that by pressing copy. And then we're going to paste that there and then press submit. I have to change that. We appreciate your feedback because that's not what that's for. Now I'm going to refresh this page. And now you see that it's updated the primary accent color here, which is an indicator that it also updated our custom value, and it should be updated on our site now. So let's just go ahead and refresh that. And now you see the additional elements have been updated, right? And the same is true for additional portions. Like this here is also something that you update in the editor. So like it'll be things that are associated with titles and other like larger text elements. But there are some pieces that are associated with those colors that you do need to update in on the other side. So for example, and these are just the custom values that are associated with your website template. But when you receive the website template, it'll pretty much be you'll receive the updater site, you'll receive these custom values as well along with that template so that you can make these updates yourself. It'll automatically work with your system and allow you to update it. All right, now so just for example, let's just pick something that's a different color, right? So this particular color, I'm just gonna, it's just being a little slow, a little freezy. All right, so we click here, and you see here, this is another custom color, danger accent. Now, again, if you want to edit this color throughout your website template, you're gonna wanna edit, not change. So do not select a different one. If you do make the mistake of selecting something different, you can just come back and reselect this one and then proceed to edit it, and it'll change all the similar elements there. Now, after you change this color to whatever you decide to change it to, you do want to come over to the color picker and find that same color. So for this one, it should just be the error alert color here. And then again, you just put that hex code in for that color, copy the RGB code, and make sure you copy it into the space here that says error alert color. Here, when you submit, it'll update it, and you will see those updates reflected here as well, right? And that's the cool thing. It just lets you know, it gives you a name, it allows you to see what that current color is, and then you can associate that color by looking here and also looking at your template to see, you know, where those colors actually are, so you know what you want to change. Great. Now, I think I like this purple better. I don't know. I like the blue too. We'll go back and fix it and change it back to blue. But for the most part, that is it. Like I said, there are going to be some elements that you cannot see. That doesn't matter. Do not touch them. Don't freak out. Just update your copy, update your colors, and have faith. Make sure you save it, and it will populate here. Now, another thing to review is the mobile mode. Now, the mobile mode might look really crazy in the editor. It does look crazy in the editor, but it's very important that you don't bother this. The only thing on this side that you will want to review is just to make sure that everything matches, because there may be a couple of elements that are different between the two, but if I'm not mistaken, for this particular template, everything is the same. There are just some elements that are not included on this side. But no matter how it looks on this side in the editor, on your mobile version, it will be the correct sizing and all that. So like, I know like the title looks huge over here, but everything is coded to size properly on mobile. So just make sure that you're only editing the text, like the copy and the colors. You can update the images obviously, but don't make any changes to this mobile side as far as you know, sizing and all that other stuff. There's no need to do that, regardless of how it looks. I know it looks crazy. All right. I want to say there's one more thing. What is that one more thing? All right. I'll just go over how it works. So, what you're going to receive when you get the website template, obviously, you're going to get the 3-page website template, right? It is going to come with that long form sales page. There's a checkout page, which we'll go through really quickly. That's okay. We're not going to save any changes here. All right, and now keep in mind too, like here, you will have to update that accent color on all 3 pages. But as long as you update this particular one versus changing it, it will update all the rest of the places where that color shows up on your template for that particular page. But also, like as far as using the color picker updater, it will update everything throughout all 3 pages of the template. So you do that one time, it'll update the relevant elements throughout the website. And then here goes the confirmation page. And I feel like all this is moving slow. But yeah, this is a confirmation page. You'll just go in and make all of your edits. Again, some of this stuff will be automatically updated using the code, but a lot of it you will update manually on the site. And like I said, again, there will be some things that you cannot see on the actual page, but you will be able to see via code. So let's see. Of course, there is no order summary popping up because there is no order, but that is where that will be. And you see like there's a card here and there are purple elements, but these elements don't show when you're in the editor. And you just have to remember to update the color in that particular page, you know, for some of these other elements, but they will automatically update once you update one. Now, in order to make this happen, there are these things that GoHighLevel has called custom values. These custom values are inserted within the code, and this is where what you type in goes, right? When you type it in step form. Now you will receive this website that allows you to update those colors. You will receive this form so that it'll be in your system and able to be attached to this website, as well as those custom values along with your website template, so that all this stuff will work seamlessly for you. And of course, you can always contact me and I will make sure, well, pretty much fix anything if it's not quite right, or walk you through the process. Make sure this is set up correctly in your account, but it should be pretty straightforward.